Hi, my name's Georgia and this is my presentation of a play-based learning activity. My learning activity is learning to count at the shops. The age that I'm targeting my activity at is children of 4 to 5 years. My maths concept is number and place value with a major emphasis on accounting. The curriculum link is I'm looking at foundation year mathematics, number and algebra, being able to connect number names, numerals and quantities, including 0, initially up to 10 and then beyond. Children should understand that each object must be counted only once, that the arrangement of objects does not affect how many there are, and the last number counted answers the how many question. My learning activity is learning to count at the shops, so children will be set up in the play environment of a shop. They'll be given items for their shop, and one child will be the shopkeeper and another child or two will be the customer, so they'll be working in small groups. The customers will ask the shopkeeper for, say, 4 pencils, and the shopkeeper will have to count out 4 pencils. So students will have to count and understand numbers, use their mathematical language and negotiating skills, ask questions and problem solve. The educator will oversee the small groups and take part when necessary, using their enthusiastic tone when explaining and helping with the task and encouraging mathematical language. The educator should involve themselves if the child or the children are unsure by giving examples and ideas, but let the children take the lead roles and step in to educate only when necessary. Here's a few images of children playing shops and counting. Examples of play. So the educator will have a large list of terms and phrases they can use when playing the shop activity. The educator will also use these words and phrases when they are participating if needed in the activity. Phrases such as, can I have 3 teddy bears? Do you have 4 apples please? Or may I have 2 pencils? The use of mathematical thinking during play. This activity will allow students to develop mathematical thinking in a comfortable environment and apply these skills to a situation they will use later in life. Children will have to use the skills of addition, and they'll have to use mathematical language to obtain the needs of the activity. They'll have to ask questions and problem solve to ensure the correct outcome is being met. Ways the teacher may scaffold learning further. The educator is required to interact and take part with the children in the activity, which will further enhance the nature and complexity of the activity. The educator should ask the children about questions of what's happening in the play, and the educator can remind children on tips of how to problem solve, such as like using fingers to count. During the activity, the educator should be watching the groups and looking for times where assistance and guidance may be needed to ensure the children are on task and understand the purpose of the activity. For students who need an extension on this activity, the educator will put in place systems to ensure each child's learning is individualized to their needs. Mathematical thinking. Once children have had an opportunity to take part in the activity in all the different roles, the educator will bring the group back together to further engage in mathematical thinking. During the activity where the group comes together, the educator will use simple addition and counting skills, but in a further sense. They will ask the group questions such as, if I had 4 teddy bears and added on an extra 1 teddy bear, how many teddy bears would I have then? This requires the children to use the skills that they have just used, but without physically looking at the item and being able to count it out and being able to calculate those figures in their heads. All right, this activity is used in a group sense as it's just being introduced and no child feels like all the pressure's mounted on them and just them needs to answer the question. They can work it out as a group, discuss it and understand really what is going on in this idea of added on maths. Evidence and justification. Academic evidence about children's best learning. When children are exposed to numeracy learning through hands-on practical and play-based experiences, they're more likely to engage meaningfully and successfully with them. Early Childhood Australia, 2013. Learning through play allows the development of cognitive skills, including dispositions for learning such as curiosity and persistence, memory and thinking skills, and language and literacy skills have strong links to play. Kennedy and Bartlett, 2010. Justification of my activity. Children playing in the home corner, using items to begin with, and then further extending to play with money and a cash register, they begin to engage with counting, addition, subtraction, and various mathematical concepts. Early Childhood Australia, 2013. Evidence from academic literature. Play is associated with the development of intellectual skills and understandings. In play experiences, children integrate emotions, thinking, and motivation that establish neural connections critical to effective brain functioning. Lester and Russell, 2008. The pleasure and satisfaction associated with play and the freedom from pressure to perform in play supports the development of a strong sense of well-being. Gordon, O'Toole and Whiteman, 2008. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you understand the importance of play-based learning and have a nice day. Thank you.